Hey there everyone, welcome to the final episode. Let's get our orders.
All white dingoes. This battle decides it all. The Xeon rear line units are still assembling. We have no idea when those HLVs will launch, so there's no margin for error. Let's start off by breaking into the base. The sections of the HLVs exposed above ground are fully armored, so an attack from the air will have little or no effect on them. The most efficient way to prevent them from launching is to destroy the booster units that are housed underneath them. It may be too difficult for our air units to stop them from above. Our ground forces will be invaluable in carrying out this dangerous mission.
I bet an X-Wing could get in there.
What you'll do
Yeah.
is, separately from the air units, sneak into the base by way of an HLV maintenance corridor and launch an attack from within the compound. Once inside, you'll have to depend upon your own instincts to find the boosters. If at any time there's a threat that the boosters may be detonated, evacuate the area immediately. Even the sturdy mobile suits wouldn't be able to survive the blast. There's a distinct chance that you will run into the remaining enemy defense forces. They
You
have
think?
the advantage of knowing the layout of the compound, so be ready for anything. Rare, Leon, Mike, Anita, I'm sorry for putting you in this position. I just have one more selfish request to make. All of you, please come back in one piece. That is all.
Aww. He cares. So yeah, last mission. Gotta take down some HLVs.
Lieutenant Rare, it's almost time.
Lieutenant, the final battle has begun. Let's give this all we've got.
Guys, you're gonna wear yourselves out with all this cheerleading. Relax. Lieutenant, let's go out for a couple of drinks once we finish things here.
You said it, Mike. No mail? You remember something a little bit special that I implied last time? Well,
Finally, your last battle. Give it all you got. There's no time to equip you properly, so be sure to take out the GM Sniper 3. Get everyone transferred over. Captain Stanley's worked hard to convince Jabrow to give us full support. His efforts even drove me to push myself harder, too. But listen, come back in one piece. Promise me that.
GM Sniper 3.
What you're looking at is the RGM-79SP, GM Sniper Custom 2. This is a special, low-production run unit that was designed for ace pilots. While they originally designed it for sniping, it takes the basic GM design to its ultimate performance limit. If I had to pick a suit to take, this would be the one. So you take...
Yes, please.
Okay, how...
No beam rifle for it, but that's okay.
The unit and the equipment you want? All right. Now that you've finished equipping you...
Alright.
HLV liftoff path is clear. We have an intruder.
All hands,
Number
brace
2.
for the shock.
Enemy
We still need more time before we launch number 2 and 3.
Please intercept.
Start. Nominal.
Mission start.
I'm reading movement. Number 1 orbital patrol.
Ahead of area permission. All systems go.
Boosters 1 through 6 are in the green.
Boosters beyond the rise again. Damn! One of them's launched.
There's no way we can attack it from here. Let's just try to prevent the other two from taking off, you understand?
Damn!
It's a high-output beam cannon. All units alert. Fang 2, are you still able to fight?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, so we got new suits, but so did they. That would be a Gelgoog.
So, one of them launched safely. However, I don't think they'll let us get away with that so easily from here on.
Lieutenant Bish, we never expected the defense fortification to fall so quickly.
With those guys attacking us, I'd say it was inevitable. I've lost a lot of good men, even a place to go home to. God, what a nightmare. I'll take care of them. You handle the cannon fodder on the rear line.
Aye, sir. This is our last stand. Let's see how many of them we can take down.
And also that.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander. Or rather, Fetty Ace, if I have your permission.
You do.
I know you're listening. This is Xeon Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue. I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you. Let's do it!
Let's do it indeed.
Beginning sonar sweep for the enemy.
Alright, so
Bang 2, roger.
even with a, you know, highly upgraded GM, Gelgoog is still pretty much going to outclass you in every single way. So don't worry about sportsmanship or anything. Triple team this guy. Now what you got to watch out for, though, is that other suit. I think they're calling the Rhinoceros.
I'll run a check on it. No data.
Oh, here it comes.
We have a very large and powerful mobile
In fact, the only way I found to kill this thing is to kind of cheese it. But first you draw the aggro, and then take cover right here. If anyone else can do this the quote-unquote legit way, good for you. But yeah, this thing doesn't mess around. And you gotta hurry because otherwise Vish is gonna take out your teammates. I don't think the grenade is even reaching, but whatever. Almost there. Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Zeon! You all fought well. This means that I'm the one left.
Night 2. What's wrong?
Alright.
This isn't like you.
Just looked away for a second.
We gotta get up close and get a look at the Gelgoog, so... Pretty awesome. Thank you, team. Thank you.
You're giving me an enjoyable fight.
He even does the cool spinny move. But yeah, I would definitely recommend letting your teammates distract him and just kind of shoot at him from a distance. Gotcha.
Here's where my luck runs out. Is that it? Fedies, can you read me? I have one last request, if you'll allow me. The soldiers who evacuated from the HLV, they're mostly cadets, just kids. Please, don't let them die needlessly. They were just following orders.
Nope, sorry. We don't take any prisoners. Alright, I guess I can spare them.
Sir, rear line units starting to
So once you've done that, you pretty much just gotta go destroy the HLVs.
Our units has definitely been hit.
Not too bad.
Bang 2, roger.
Just gotta take out the engines.
Bang 3, roger that.
This is Oasis. Have completed mission sonar sweep in the area. Continuing the search.
This is Bang 2. Target successfully destroyed. I'll stay on the lookout for any enemies.
Yeah, Leon's never gonna get
Lieutenant,
tired of talking about how he took out a Gelgoog, is he?
it says the objectives to the west. High probability that
All right.
the HLV engine's gonna blow
And then
sky
get the heck
high.
out of there.
If you're anywhere in the vicinity, get away from it now.
You don't want to get blown up.
Confirm, HLV has been destroyed.
Alright, last one.
This is Oasis. Have completed mission sonar sweep in the area. Continuing the search.
If only I had that prototype beam rifle. Then again, it would take forever to reload, so... Oh, whoops. Good throw. Almost there. Okay.
High probability that the
Okay.
HLV engine's gonna blow sky high.
Nope,
If you're
nope, nope, nope,
anywhere
nope.
in the vicinity, get away from it now.
The boosters on this suit are just awesome.
Confirm, HLV has been destroyed.
Right on.
Enemy base out of action. The battle's over, sir. However, one HLV managed to get away.
Not my fault.
That's all right. Orbital fleet standing by should be able to shoot down one HLV without any problem. Besides, if Wombat's information is right, we successfully kept them from launching the one carrying the Astaroth samples.
Shoot it down in orbit? So we didn't have to do this pain-in-the-ass job after all, did we? Well, I guess we did. Pete. Hey, Leon, how about asking headquarters to get us excused from any mop-up operations that are underway?
Sounds good to me. Lieutenant, why don't you try asking Captain Stanley about that too while you're at it?
Now hang on, guys. What do you say, Lieutenant?
Are withdrawing
Sounds
as I
like a
speak.
pretty good idea to me.
We will no doubt be feeling the effects of this war for decades to come. How the world will change from now on is something we won't entirely know for a long time, but I believe a day will come when all of mankind, Earthnoid and Spacenoid, will finally be able to live together in harmony. And as we dream of that day, let us say a prayer that the souls of all those who died in this war will find everlasting peace.
Yeah, 40 years of Gundam sequels would like a word with you, but it's a nice thought. All right, everybody. So that is it. There's actually some additional story during the credits, so I'll shut up for that.
Concurrently with the attack on Huonton Base, which was the final Australian counteroffensive, Zeon forces hidden in the continent's central frontier region escaped to Africa by way of Broome on the continent's west coast. The federal forces sent troops to intercept the renegade group, but were unable to stop them.
The Staircase of the Moon that Zeon Captain Walter spoke of in his broadcast was a name coined centuries ago by area fishermen in reference to a specific natural phenomenon. It refers to how moonlight, reflected on the ocean, as seen from the shores of Broome, formed the natural image of a staircase. This was the code name adopted by the Zeon for the mission, and in fact, the exact location of their rendezvous point before their escape. With our forces concentrated in northern, southern, and eastern sections of the continent, our battle lines were stretched too thin and a gap formed in them. This made it quite easy for the Zeon forces to slip into the central area which we had occupied earlier. So while we were off waging combat along other fronts, we were completely taken in by Walter's brilliant maneuver. Unfortunately, the one HLV which was launched from Huonton avoided our orbital patrol fleet. Apparently, after being launched, it immediately re-entered the atmosphere before coming into firing range. It then landed in Africa, and I assume it carried supplies for the troops who escaped from Broome. In spite of the fact that they are our enemies, I can't help but admire their bravery. With the situation hopeless, the Zeon forces had to consider their dwindling options. Rather than return to their homes in space, they instead chose to remain on Earth and await the day they can regroup and rise again. And I should also mention that the successful escape was due to the existence of the transport unit carrying the Astaroth, a major threat to the Federation. The units transporting the Astaroth acted on their own because they thought it was the only weapon needed to win the war. Their activities were seemingly unrelated to any of the other Zeon troops here on the continent. The surprise interference of some unexpected third party threw the Federal forces into chaos and provided a temporary distraction for the Zeon. However, let's take a moment to talk about a unit on our own side, which deserves special praise for its meritorious service. The HLV brought down by the White Dingo Special Forces unit was discovered to have contained all the remaining samples of Astaroth, Due to their actions, the entire Earth was saved from a terrible threat. Their performance on this and other missions has been nothing short of spectacular, and I request that their feats in battle be formally recognized. Additionally, I have just received notice that they're requesting extended R&R leave. Please look into expediting this as well. Their contribution to the Federation and its people was invaluable. Let's show our appreciation.
Thanks, bro. So yeah, that's the end of the game. I do like the way they sort of tie everything together with the sequels and everything. So if you're a Gundam fan, definitely a good game to check out.
An armistice was signed between the Earth Federation government and the Republic of Zia. However, Zeon forces are still scattered across the Earth, posing a threat to world peace. The war on this level would continue for a long time to come.
Yeah, a very long time. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this little series. Like I said, if you're a Gundam fan, this is definitely a good one to check out. If not, there might still be something here for you. By the way, I didn't stop because it was in the middle of the dialogue, but Vish Donahue, that picture, dude, that guy is awesome. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this one. Like I said, gonna be doing more, kind of more obscure games on the channel, so hope you stick around for those. And this whole thing is going to be uploaded as a long play, so no commentary, just the entire thing all the way through as well. So that should be fun. Anyways, I will leave you with this final quote and with the final score for the run. I have no idea if it's a good score or a bad score, but yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.